Hi, in this video, we will see how to patch the values fetched using a drop-down and a generic list into the form. So here we have the city selected, and what we would like is the name of the state and the population to be fetched. We already have this data in the config form. All we need is to find a way to patch those values into these text boxes. So as you can see, this drop down has been designed using configure options. You have given the name of the config form. You have the list of columns here. Go ahead and save this. Then click on set condition. Now here there are three things you need. Put in the if block. You have to check if there is a value for city, which you can do by using fg.value. Remove this, put this here. And the second thing you have to do is check if the option is selected on the drop down. So for that, we use ffm.selected option. You must remove the key here. Okay. So this means there is a value selected in the drop down. Okay. Now that there is a value selected in the drop down, we need to go on to the patching logic. So we'll put the patch code here. We have to identify the key and value, right? For example, if the selected option is Karnataka in the drop down, then for the key state, if the selected option is Bangalore, I'm so sorry about that, then in the state text box, it should show Karnataka. And in the population, it should show the population value, which I'm assuming is something like this. Okay. So for the state to be displayed, the variable that is associated with the state text box is this one. We pull this here. Since this is the key, we clear this off. And this, we add a colon here, right? The second key is population. So we pull up this variable since this is what I've attached to the population text box. And we put a colon here. Now to get the value here, because this is being fetched in the drop down using a generic list API, we have here along with form variables, generic list variables. So for state, from the generic list variable, we pull up state, and for count, we pull up population, right? So these are two key value pairs. We separate them with a comma, and now we can go ahead and paste them here. Once I paste them here, we will look at the code once more to understand what this means is if there is a value for city and there is something selected in the drop down, then to the text box which is attached to the variable supplier state string, patch the corresponding whichever value is selected here in the drop down, the corresponding state value, patch it to this text box, corresponding population value, patch it to this text box. So let's go ahead and save this code. We click on preview and you can see for Chennai, you have the state. If I change it to Bangalore, you have state and the population. For Pune, you have the state and the population. Thank you.